We're starting a little bit late tonight because Jeff isn't here. It's 2:20 or 2:18.
It is. I think it's 2:19 or something.
Yeah. Well, regardless, it's a number.
It's a number that we're really high up in. Somehow.
Yeah, amazingly so.
It's amazingly so.
Jeff will be joining us in a little bit. He fucked up and realized that the schedule was a different time.
And I almost fucked up today too, because Leslie was freaking texting me going like, "Hey, I really want to go get food, and or going to the freaking legalized pot store." And I'm like, "God damn it! She should have texted me in the first place."
You should have just ignored him.
If anything, it's like we always go like do something after when I'm done work. So if anything, I just should have just went to his house anyways. But whatever.
Yeah. No. I was the only one on time today, and it's really nice.
For the first time.
No, I've been on time for a lot recently. It's just that we have scheduling issues, which is really, really annoying.
Yeah. Just as of right now, some people are getting new jobs, and some people are changing into another season. So it was like, yep, shit's happening.
Oh yeah, no, and like, the thing was I was like at school and doing class, and I was just exhausted half the time for a while there, and Jeff's in class, and we haven't been able to do. We normally record on Friday nights, and unfortunately, these past few weeks, it's just been like every time we try, it just falls apart.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why. It's like we're normally really, really good for it, but at the same time, it's just like it's been weird these past couple weeks.
At the same time, we're all working jobs that where our hours are super flaky.
Yeah, I guess school and jobs and all that fun jazz.
Exactly.
So, what have you been up to this week, Josh?
Working, cleaning up my room, hung out with Jeff over at Nate for a bit.
Nice.
Working again. Hold on. Let's see if I played any new video game at all. I gotta check my... it's funny because I'm like, did I play new video games? I can't remember. And I check my Steam... recent games I played on Steam and go, oh, fuck yeah, I played something, I guess.
Yeah. Normally you're the really good one for us playing. I was trying to play... get myself into playing Total War, but I didn't really get a chance to start playing.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? The one game I've been getting back into is Arena. And I can tell you right now, it's a bit of a slog. Very much so.
Arena? Oh, Magic Arena?
MTG Arena, or Magic the Gathering Arena. And I can tell you right now, it is a bit of a slog.
I can believe that.
Because it's like... I don't think I've ever dumped money into Arena whatsoever. So it's just going through the whatever I have for cards in my possession. It's like I'm pretty sure these are just only like, oh, I had enough coins so I can get a pack, and that's it. Yeah. And it's right now it's just like, okay, I'm gonna make the best that I can out of commons and uncommons, and maybe the one rare mythic.
It's been just a struggle.
Yeah, pretty
I can believe
much.
that. Yeah.
Because frick, a lot of so the funny thing is when you're trying to just level up in arena, it's more of just like a lot of the achievements in that, or at least quests, are like, hey, all you have to do is play 20 red spells or 20 blue spells or play so many lands or sometimes it's like win a game, and it's like
Yeah.
usually they're not that bad. The
Like
win
this
a
week.
game, the win a game part could be pretty bad if your pool's super terrible, but sometimes the guy will just quit for no reason, and you could be like, yeah, easy
Declare
wins.
win.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
yeah, like so far it's just like I've been trying to get by with a red blue proliferate from using cards from what was it? For cards from Ravnica, or the Return to Ravnica shit, and
Return to Ravnica Mark II Electric Boogaloo.
yep.
Yes.
I've been using those, and like so far this proliferate deck I have is pretty stupid because it's using the what's her name, the whenever you play a non creature spell you proliferate, white wizard, or no, blue wizard, and of course
Yeah.
his whole deck is pretty much burn/bounce. So it's just, I keep bouncing everything back to the opponent's hand. I keep proliferating this one thing over and over. Hopefully, I can give it flying because I have that dude who gives creatures flying. And I'm like, hope. I just keep crossing my fingers over and over. Does this work out? I don't know. Also, it turns out playing, what's his name? Cranko. I want to say Cranko Mob Boss, but it's not Cranko Mob Boss. It's Cranko whatever. Like whenever he attacks, he makes goblins appear,
Yeah.
and it's how many tokens. It's for how much his power is. So when you first attack with him, he makes 2 goblins, which is pretty stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, this guy's so good. And proliferating him up the wazoo was pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, considering it's Kenku, it makes sense. Krenku, or however you say his name.
Yeah, like I mean, out of the most recent stuff to have proliferate and all the cards that came out recently, like fucking there's some good shit to proliferate. Especially they're like an uncommon weird creature, which I love saying that because you think, what's a creature type? No, it's weird creature type. No, what's the creature type? It's weird. No, what's the creature type?
I've never actually had that problem with Magic, unless you had that one Hedron crawler, which had to fuck up in its printing.
I don't think I have that problem. Well, not really. If anything, it's just when I'm talking to someone who knows Magic the Gathering, I'd be like, yeah, it's this weird, the card that has that typing weird on it, and it's like, oh yeah, that one. Which
Yeah.
I love the stupid typing name of weird, because you get a kind of a who's on first joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you played much of Arena at all?
I don't play much Magic. I you gotta remember, whenever I play Magic, I tend to play it in person because I'm a filthy scrub like that.
I mean, I try to go in person as well, but usually it's like, fuck, I don't have either time or money to go there, so it's like, well, guess not going today.
Yeah, which is fair. It's not.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Because every time I go there, it's like I want to get a pack, like every fucking time. It's like drugs or something. I don't know.
It's like drugs, you say.
It's like drugs. It's like for like cardboard crack or something, you know?
Yeah. Just why you're like, I gotta avoid.
Pretend the packs don't exist.
Pretty much.
And play Commander.
Oh, Commander can be incredibly expensive.
True. I mean, I have seen some couple of deck builds. It's like, hey, this is only $100 Commander deck, and it does pretty good. And it's like, oh, that's nice. But at the same time, it's like, ooh, you know what would make this deck real good? If you have that infinite loop with this card, and it's $50, and you're like, oh God.
Then there's me who plays red-white, and I'm like, oh, look, all my cards are actually reasonably priced.
Yeah, exactly. Freaking, I
Because
actually, my current
red white has always been and always will be the weakest colors for Commander, apparently.
You would think that'd be stronger or it'll be really fast.
It is, but like, fast in Commander isn't fast.
No, definitely not.
Unless you do land destruction, in which case you're an asshole and nobody plays with you.
Exactly, and everyone just goes, okay, we'll start and concede. It's like, what? Yeah. So let's go to a new game.
Yeah, actually, like that's the problem with like people who play like red, is like if you have land destruction, nobody wants to play with you.
Oh yeah.
And it's usually red white who has land destruction because it's legit part of their strategy. It's just like, yeah, no, I go fast and you don't get to do nothing.
That's hilarious. I mean, I guess you play the Ajani too that destroys all lands. That one Ajani.
Yeah. Oh, I have that Ajani in my deck, but it's hard. It's the only land destruction in my deck. The only land destruction. It's actually fucking funny.
I see.
Yeah.
For actually, I kind of lucked out when I guess when we were playing Commander over that Nate, when I was buffing up the shit out of that deck.
Yeah.
My Animar creatures deck. Apparently, that was the right time to start, adding shit to that deck because there was like 4 to 5 cards in that deck that are like $80 at this point, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what? I'm like, oh shit.
Hurry up. All right.
Okay. Now you're just disrupting it.
All right.
You're gonna God damn it! I'm just gonna say you're just gonna have a fun time editing this. Like, you know this. He's gonna hear this later, maybe.
It's just gonna be us chatting about to Jeff, and Jeff's not gonna have any audio. The audience don't know. He called into the chat and we're like, oh hey, are you recording? He's like, no, I'm not. And it's like, why? It's like, I'm on the phone. And I'm like, why?
Why? You could have just said in the chat, like, hey, yeah, I'll be on at 10 or something. Like, that would have been way better. Like, god damn it, Jeff, your decision making sucks.
Yep. But hey, it's Jeff. He edits for us. He's allowed to do what he wants.
Whatever. Dear Jeff, future Jeff, who's going to listen to this, maybe, have fun editing.
Enjoy the editing time.
Enjoy the editing process. Enjoy us kind of slightly bitching at you a little, but we still love you.
Oh, it wasn't slate bitching. It was actually full-on bitching.
You're right. You're right.
He knows it. I know it. You know it.
Yeah.
No denying the process.
Still love you, Jeff.
No, I had an interesting day today. I went out and saw Joker.
Oh, did you have urges to be destructive at all?
No.
Really?
I was fucking. It's a really good movie. Like, it's fucking fantastic.
Oh.
Don't go by yourself.
Okay.
Like I did, because I didn't have anybody else to go with today.
So you look like so you look like the person. The person who goes by himself, and people go.
I was really worried that I was going to look like that person. I was actually really worried. But no, it was an okay day. It was an okay movie. It was a really good movie. Like, it's solid 10 out of 10, or well, a solid 9.5 out of 10. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
There's just some things that need to be changed, but for the most part, it's a really good movie. It's really, really dark. It's got a lot of Jungian psychology in it.
Okay.
And a really good thing is that with Jungian psychology, it talks about the topic of the shadow, which is like the darker side of the human soul. And if you integrate your shadow into your soul, you don't suffer from like these destructive urges and stuff like that. And man, is it just, oh boy. That is a movie that people like. I don't think a lot of people are going to be able to handle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I would love to actually see people I want you and Jeff to go see it just so you guys know what like I went through.
Mm.
It's really good. Like, oh man. And as somebody pointed out, as I heard in a audiobook or audio chat today, uh it is a dark movie, as I said, and it is a social warning, I would say, because like this is what happened when you ostracize people from society in the worst possible way. Pay attention. Don't take this for granted. Deal with it while you have while you have the chance.
Mm.
Yeah. And it's fucking like, oh, it's good. It is not a movie for kids. I would say if you're gonna take it somebody who's like close to the edge, like psychologically unstable,
Mm-hmm.
um, I would be very careful with them so they don't get overwhelmed. So like like if Jeff went, Jeff would be fine. Jeff would be absolutely fine in my opinion. But the only problem I think right now is that the movie, like the thing is, the theater I went to,
Mm-hmm.
it was near empty. And I hear
Oh.
about like down in the States, it's selling out. I hear like it's selling out in a bunch of places and stuff like that.
Mm.
And it's like wonderful news and stuff like that. But at the same time, I'm like, what the fuck?
Crazy.
Yeah. Apparently, I will honestly 110% say that this movie is a movie that people should go see.
Oh.
It like I was planning to see it regardless of it like any kind of commentary, but like the commentary that got stirred up around it,
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, yep, that has made my decision for me. I'm gonna go see this movie now.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know that's a horrible reason why to go see something.
Mm. Well, I should probably see it eventually. Not sure when. Because I'm the person that's like, if it's not a very precise movie I want to watch, I probably won't watch it anyways.
It is, as I said, it's a dark movie, and like it gets like it starts full tilt. It starts full on hard of just boom, this is what this guy's life like. Get ready to suffer with him. And you feel this downward spiral into madness with him too. Like as you're watching, like, holy crap, dude. Like I actually had to I winced and curled up. I was like, geez, man. And I will say that like that's a good response for me because like I don't respond to like that with a lot of movies anymore.
Mm.
This is one of the movies that, like, again, as I said, this is a movie that made me respond like that. So I'm legit like, go watch this movie, guys.
Mm. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
This green tea is
Stop
great.
sipping.
Green tea is so good.
Stop that.
Hold on. Let's take another sip, shall we?
Stop. Cease thought.
You will cease and stop this at once.
Stop right there, criminal scum. What else have you done this week?
Let me think. Arena and
How's work been this week? Let's go
work.
with that.
It's fucking work. I go there. I tell people where the wood is. I try to crack some jokes to make the light of the mood. Some of them they're like, duh. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And I throw lumber into trucks. In
other words, it's a dull, boring job.
Yeah. I mean, funny thing is, though, is once it gets to wintertime, you practically get paid to sit in the shack and play on my fucking DS. Like,
yeah, well, because nobody's working.
Exactly. And, even the funny thing is, even the store, they're kind of complaining. All he does is fucking play his fucking video games in the shack. I'm like, yeah, because I mean, what else am I gonna fucking do out in the winter? And I'm not gonna work in the store.
I'm not allowed to.
That too. And it's like I'm the only one out there sometimes. So go fuck yourself. Like, jeez.
You just work at a lumberyard, eh?
Yeah. Work at the lumber yard. That's the Rona.
Yeah.
Rona always has a lumber yard somewhere. Usually it's in store. This mine's outside.
Actually, the one by my place. It's the Lowe's now
Because everyone's absorbing everyone else.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. But Lowe's for us up here on the north side has like its lumber outside and stuff like that. And
Yep. Freaking the one fucking boring ass conversation about fucking my workplace. But every time a customer comes in, they look at the wood. They're like, "Oh, this wood is like fantastic," and it's like, "Yeah, because every other fucking store keeps it in the building, so it dries it the fuck out, and it just warps like crazy."
Yep.
And it's like, I guess stores just don't give a fuck, or the company, because it's like you'll buy it no matter what, because you're like, where else are you gonna get it?
Oh, professional lumberyards.
That too.
But then again, Alberta is just an insanely dry province, so like, it's gonna dry out regardless.
Yeah. But it's like, frick, if I was running a lumber yard or something, I would just be like, I want the whole, like, almost the whole yard covered in some degree. I want everyone to learn forklifting, absolutely everyone, even the cashier. I want even absolutely everyone to know how to do the cut shop and do it well, even the cashier. Like, it's just so many things I would change to be like, this is night and day difference of like, wow, the quality went through the fucking roof. And I'm like, yeah, it did. Because these little small changes will just actually make the store so much better.
Yep.
Oh, God.
But at the same time, that would make it also way more expensive.
Like,
that's the thing you got to remember too, is that's another factor.
Like, the dumb thing is, though, even when you get this training, you don't get paid more. In fact, that's why I haven't got my forklifting in over 3 years. They're like, why don't you learn forklifting? Would you pay me more? We'll come back to you. And they never do. Like, seriously. It's like,
pay me more and I will get forklifting.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I get every fucking time. It's like, you pay me more? No. Oh, what? No increase in my pay. Guess what's happening? I'm like, God, fucking Christ. Now I've just worked there out of fucking competence.
Well, that's a lot of people, though.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, another thing, let's talk about video games and not depressing work.
Go for it.
I played a little bit of Divinity.
Oh. How'd that go?
The Divinity 2.
I know. Well, obviously, I know what you're talking about.
And it's going okay. We didn't go too far because it was with Bipolar and what's the other account name on the profile? I can't remember, but basically it's like a group of 4 playing Divinity, which is kind of neat. So, which I kind of like. The only thing that kind of sucks, though, is that I got to remember I'm starting from 0 and not at like level 30 or some shit.
So you're like...
because I'm so used to be like, I'm going to talk my way out of every situation, and then I'm going to let Leslie kill people. Like... Because it's like we're just so used to doing that when we go back to level 1, and Leslie's like, "Oh yeah, I can't kill people anymore." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I can't necessarily talk my way out of every situation anymore." I'm like, "Shit."
Yeah.
Because that happened.
I love that, eh?
Yeah, I was gonna say that actually happened like when in that game when you first wake up, you wake up on like a freaking what's it called, a rack.
Yep.
You wake up on like a freaking rack, basically, and you get off the rack, and you have collars strapped to your necks, making that your source can't be happening. And you're on a boat, and you're trying to figure out like what the hell's going on from there. And, and of course, I'm talking to one of the characters in the game for story, and I was like, "Oh, I'll bluff my way out of the situation. It'd be great." And I just chose one of the bluffing situations, and it was like, "Oh no, I failed, and they're just gonna murder me because of it." I'm like, "Fuck off! Come on!" It's like, God damn it! I didn't necessarily want this. But whatever,
Yep.
we still murdered the fuck out of them.
Oh yeah, the game will. They try not to make sure it's like not completely unfair, but they make sure.
Well,
like,
I mean, I would argue that because I know later on in the game there's some areas that are just fucking stupid. Like one specifically is when you get to the desert area with the oil derrick.
Yeah.
That one is just stupid because if you have to have the elemental skills in order to cast ice, earth, and fire. If you don't have those, you're not going to go far in that. It's pretty fucking hard.
Well then.
Like, there's a pro tip. When you get to the place I was mentioning, where there's a dude being strung up on the high post, that's the area that you're going to be like, you're going to get so fucked.
If you don't have these, which you probably won't, because a lot of people won't build towards it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just frick. That one area I just felt was just so stupid. It was like, and the waves it just feels like the waves just keep coming and coming, and you're like, when is it gonna stop? Like, come on, we're already feels like halfway, and you're like, nah, dude, just like 1/3. And you're like, no, stop it.
Cease. Let me rest.
Yeah,
I am too tired to carry on.
Oh, and also a pro tip. When you're playing the game, you're not sure what kind of you want to be, like a sorcerer or conjurer or polymorph or whatever in that game. Be a conjurer, because that's technically quote unquote summoner in the game. You can basically summon an imp or a what else, like. You can summon basically little monsters and stuff, and they can help you fight things with their if you cast them on a plate on the floor that has an elemental thing going on with it, like blood or ice or water or earth or all the elementals and stuff like that. And if you level that up the hardest you can, like min-max the shit out of it, you'll almost half the game's a cakewalk. Because that imp will turn into a giant imp, and it's pretty freaking good. Oh, it's real good. I was gonna say, highly recommend Divinity. Although you have to, if you're gonna play with multiple people, you have to communicate. You really have to communicate.
Oh no, that's like almost like every other D&D game.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, oh, I'm going to talk to this guy. Okay, I'm going to run around here and, oh, fuck, I hit a trap. Oh, fuck, this wall fall down. There's like 50 dudes now. And you're like, but I'm still talking to this person. In fact, he's telling me about the trap right now.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck.
Gotta love when that happens. You're like, oh. Well.
Yeah, it's like, he's in fact telling me about the trap. It's like, God. Then you have to like finish the conversation as fast as you can, run into the room, fucking, and just get ready to do some fucking Dungeons and Dragons bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. I would say get Divinity and have some fun with that. It's great. And you could and trust me, you can both min-max and really jank the fuck out of this video game. It's one of those like, you could do whatever the hell you want, and also you could be like, if you start realizing how the mechanics work, you'd be like, oh hey, like my other friend, can you just talk to this person for like 10 seconds? Why? Because I'm gonna steal all their gold and it's gone. All right, now let's go buy what we actually need.
Yeah.
They're like,
oh man, I'm actually.
It's like, I'll buy that expensive book. Cool. I'll put it in my change. Where did my money go?
God damn it, guys. I've actually had where we we're playing in we're playing a D&D campaign or a Pathfinder campaign that we started this week.
Right.
And we're playing a pirate campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And all the other characters, everybody else in this group is chaotic neutral or true neutral. And there's me, neutral good. a dwarf barbarian, and they were like, "Alan, what is wrong with you?" I was like, "Nobody communicated it with me." It's like, "You're playing pirates." It's like, and I,
You don't think there's good pirates at all
I,
or something?
and my response, they were like, "Alan, you shouldn't have been good." I was like, "Why not? I'm not lawful good." And they all they all became a little bit quiet as they realized what was being said. They're like, "Oh, oh, oh," it was funny.
You'd be as they're walking someone off the plank, you'd be like, "Can you at least decapitate them, then let them fall off the plank?"
No, I wouldn't care. The guys are like, "We're gonna pull you down in alignment real quick," and I'm like, "Yep, fine by me." What else? This week I had to read a book, and I get to talk with Jeff about this when he gets on finally. But like, I read a very specific book that I was not happy about.
Mm.
Yeah, it was called The Manifesto.
Mm.
Yeah, fun times there. That's
I was gonna say
exactly what I wanted to read.
who writing that manifesto?
Mr. Marx.
Okay.
Yep. The manifesto. Like that's what I mean. Is like it's specifically the manifesto.
Ah.
And it's I hated reading that thing. Ugh. God damn it. Jeff needs to get on before 10:30 because I actually want to go for my run tonight at a reasonable time. So like I'll be leaving at 10:30. God damn it. Oh. No, this week I did a bunch of writing. I'm so burnt out from school that I'm just taking the day off just to like relax before I commit myself back to the pain and agony that is education. But for the most part, this week has been pretty good. Nothing stupid's happened this week either.
Mm.
Ugh.
Oh, and what else did I do this week? I went to freaking all the way up to Nate and hang out with Jeff and his classmates for a little bit. Basically, all we did was just play video games the entire time, but it was fun.
Yeah.
And I also traded in a bunch of classic video games so I can get another classic video game. And apparently,
Which video games?
so I bought a whole fuck ton of Game Boy Advance anime games off of my brother's old girlfriend at the time. Yeah. And there again, these are a lot of like anime video games because she's really into fucking anime. And I was looking at these going, man, I have zero interest of keeping these. And these are actually like with a box or maybe even with some instruction stuff with them too. And I'm like, these are pretty good. And I kind of know that anime games are kind of hard to come by in the first place. So I'm like, I bet these are worth something. So I went over there and I'm like, I basically threw it at was it the store? It was called is it Game City? No. Game Collective. No. The one by Nate. I keep forgetting the name of it. But I went all the way up to that store, freaking smack dab in the middle of Edmonton, with freaking rush hour and shit. And I just basically gave him all these Game Boy Advance games plus a couple of PS2 games I had doubles of. And I was like, yeah, I'll trade all these in and see what I can get. And the guy's like, yeah, you get like $105. I'm like, wow. I was like, what's the big pull in my selection? It's like, yeah, the Game Boy games. I was like, figures. Because, like, I tell you right now, if you're like, oh, I want to play Zach Bell Game Boy Advance, good fucking luck, brah. That's probably like $100 game, maybe.
Yep. More than likely.
So I'm like, here you go. I'm fucking never going to look at these pieces of shit. But I did get something pretty decent out of it. I got Street Fighter 3 Third Strike for the Dreamcast, which is, I think a lot of people agree, is probably like still probably the better version of Street Fighter 3. Even though even the PlayStation 3 version of it, with its online features and all the special bells and whistles it has going on for it, I think a lot of people still prefer the Dreamcast version because it's just still 1-to-1 arcade perfect.
Yeah. No, man, when you turn in like old games, you're always gonna make a buck. no matter fucking what. And it's fucking funny when you hear that. It's just like, oh hey,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like you think about it and you go, I'm sure I'm gonna about like maybe this much, and then you turn them in and they're like, yeah, you get like $150, and they're like, "Phew, sweet. Okay, let's see what I can get.
yeah. Uh,
Very, I think.
What else has been going on?
Uh, uh,
God damn it, Jeff needs to get on so we can talk real quick because like he's taking forever, and that's the frustrating part. Um,
and Jeff is still not here.
yeah, I know it's actually kind of getting frustrating, eh?
I bet he said he was at work, right? So that's probably gonna take him like what?
Well, the thing is, he got on the phone and then got off,
Yeah,
and I assume that's because he was like basically at home.
no, but he said like
And he said he would take 10 minutes to get on, and
and
that
what?
was
Let's see. So what's the
like,
timestamp right now? Then it's 10:06.
yeah, it's 10:06 right now, so it's
Oh
like
boy.
yeah, he's not. I don't like. But what else? What else? Um, uh, you want to talk about the election and the fucking shit show that is?
Fucking, I don't even know who to even freaking say who I want to
I
throw
don't
my vote
I
at.
don't know anymore. I
Yeah.
don't know anymore. Like, what makes it even fucking funnier is out of all this situation, um, like if you actually like look at the parties and like look at their platforms and stuff like that, you're like the Quebecois party actually has the most stable platform. And I'm like, that's kind of saying something when the radical terrorist party has fucking the most sensible platform. And it was like, oh, it was
Oh
like, yeah,
dear.
yeah,
Oh freaking dear.
yeah. It's weird. Like, I'm probably gonna end up voting conservatives, even though I don't like Andrew Scheer. I prefer the a
I
lot of the
mean,
conservative platform.
yeah. I've. Funny thing is, there was a time where older friend of mine, he, I think, what was his wording when he like the voting at that time? He said like something like, I disagree with the party so hard that I'm just going to throw my vote on the ground and not vote. I'm like, that's even worse.
Yep.
And
It
I'm like,
means everybody else. It means everybody else's votes matter more.
or like, it's this vote for you. And he's like, yeah. And again, he's not stupid, and like he fully understands this. But I'm like, you still know this is still fucking stupid. Like, still, like, whatever.
Yeah. Oh no. My favorite thing about whenever I hear people say, "I'm just gonna burn my vote," if they burn it while they're in the ballot box, and that's the thing is if they go to the ballot box and they put it on a party, I actually prefer a party that they like. They go like, "Yep, no, I'm putting on Green Party." Fine by me, because at least then you're voting.
Yeah.
I hate people who say, "I'm just gonna throw it on the ground." I hate people who go, "I don't vote." I have a boss. Literally have a boss who has said that multiple times about like what they're doing is like I refuse to vote
Mm-hmm.
I don't vote because I don't see the point of it, and I'm just like, oh. And to make matters worse for me is it's just like I'm a big proponent of democracy and stuff like that, so like I'm very very stingent about like what I say, and it's actually kind of like one of those things where you're just like, god damn it. But hey, what do I know?
Now I feel gross.
Yeah, but at the same time, I fucking got a hard laugh out of what fucking happened to what's going on with Ed Sheer. How he's got dual citizenship and he didn't fucking disclose it to the fucking party. And and the thing is, I watched it. I watched an interview with Son King or Singh, whatever his name is, the NDP leader.
Uh-huh.
And that fucking was fucking funny because like every time like the person asks like, okay, where are you gonna get the money for all these things from? And then he didn't ask the question, and the person interrupted him. He's like, "I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you, but you haven't answered my question." And he'd go off and like he'd give him like 2-3 minutes, and it's like, "Okay, no, stop. You haven't answered my question. I'm getting sick of asking it. Where's the money coming from?" And like they put him on spot. And I'm like, "Good. That is exactly how you fucking It's so good, and I'm happy people are like doing that with him. And I'm looking forward to like actually seeing what the like.
And that's the NDP party guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Now let's see how terrible the other ones are.
Yeah.
Like freaking Christ. It's like, hey Trudeau, you're gonna be back on again.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't think it's gonna be Trudeau. I don't know. Like after the debauchery of the fucking blackface situation, I don't know anymore. Like a lot of people are hammering home with that. And I'm like, I want lawyers and like practiced like official like practice accountants and stuff like that in office rather than school teachers, businessmen, and I hate to say it about Singh, but like a failed yearly politician. And I just, oh man. Uh, I don't know anymore. It's just this election has been weird and crazy and a bunch of things. And yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. I am going to vote no matter what because that is absolutely what you need to do.
Exactly.
And no matter what, like I will testify to this. Everyone, go out, register, make sure you're set up so that when you get into office, when it comes time to vote, you can vote. You don't have to worry about too much. What else? Your major. You all like and again, like I'm a big proponent for people how to register is you go to an office, you do 2 years service, and then you're done. But whatever, I don't know. But hey, who knows? It's gonna be weird.
Well,
I
just got some breaking news. That's you ever heard of Key Flipnote on Twitter?
No.
Oh, damn it! I was gonna say like.
Oh wait, I think I have. Isn't this guy who's been suspended from Twitter recently?
Yeah, like I just see it now, and I'm like, what? Why?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Did he like
it
just
came out of fucking nowhere?
Yeah,
and apparently he's in talks of just getting his stuff back, and it's just like okay.
I hopefully, but Jesus Christ, it's like this came out of nowhere. It's like, did a bot just snag him for no reason?
Pretty much.
Like Jesus. Like I don't. It's probably just as bad as that one video I watched about the bigot bots on YouTube.
Yep.
Like you cannot say LGBT stuff anywhere. Like you can't say it, you can't put it in a title, you can't even put it in a comment section, you can't do anything with it. And it's like that's horrifying and that's terrible. It's like even though they're trying to have this image of like we support everyone, but it's like but your bots don't. It's like frick.
Mm-hmm.
It's like another fucking pretty bad thing was I was watching this YouTube video talking about the the bot problem, and it's like yeah, you're just watching one thing of we support the gays and like all the LGBT bullshit, and then you see the LGBT like people who are posting this shit going like, yeah, every single fucking video I post is fucking gone. Like, every one. And it's like, what's going, like, they're basically two-facing everyone all over the place. It's like, this is pretty bad. And, what was it? Oh, another cool thing out of this whole video was there's a dude on YouTube who all he does is specifically, filters certain, like, he puts up like hundreds and hundreds of like just short clip videos of like just nothing. But he puts up keywords in these videos, trying to see what these bots will tag. And there's a funny thing is like these bots are, again, bots, so they don't know what these words mean. So there's a lot of words that are like Idaho and Wyoming and freaking New Zealand will get you get you tagged and not let you have the try to get paid off of this video. And it's like, why is New Zealand in here? Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just so like fucking weird. And it's like they have this weird gray area that one day this word will be fine and then the next day it won't. And it's like you can't seem to predict it at all. And
yeah, I don't know. It's just like dumb shit happened. We're gonna find out what happens.
I want like
run.
two more YouTubes to show up out of nowhere, but that's not gonna happen.
Yep. Who knows at this point? Not me, not you, not Jeff.
Yeah. Basically, there needs to be like two more contenders, so it's like people at least have options to upload your shit somewhere else.
Well, we're starting to get some options, which is actually really nice, but it's just they're coming really fucking slow.
Yeah. Like, was it Vimeo? Like, that sounds like it's getting more and more of an option. But
Vimeo's been around for a while, though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like the new. There's Vimeo. There's VO. There's a couple other places.
Right.
But they're small and
very.
It's like the situation with Twitter. Twitter is kind of like the end all be all of the situations. And as much as I don't like Twitter, I'm on Twitter quite a bit. What else is going on? What else is going on in the world that we can talk about really quick that doesn't involve too much with Oh, god damn it, Jeff! You've got me for 10 minutes, buddy.
Okay, well I can do a 10-minute recording.
Well, you can keep going with Josh after.
All right.
Because the thing I want to talk about, the book that I read this week, that I was going to be like get a bit of a laugh out of Jeff out of.
Well, let's sing first, and then.
Oh yeah, sinking in 3, 2, 1. Sink.
Okay, I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm Jeff.
But Jeff has arrived at long last after like popping in for like 10 seconds. He has to edit that out, I think.
Yes.
Oh boy, have fun trying to find that shit.
Oh yeah.
But fun fact, and this is a bit of a fun fact for you, Jeff. Mm-hmm. I read the Communist Manifesto on Friday.
Why did you do that to yourself?
I had to for history class. I have to talk about it, and I have to do a 200-word like little essay on it.
So this is literally all you have to say. It's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, no, I actually have to like provide like some part of arguments in it and respond to it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be just like communism is bad. Da, 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 da. I actually have to like formulate a little response in 200 words to it, and there's gonna be an in-class discussion about it too. So I have to be able to discuss the class too. But the really interesting thing was like I'm sitting there and I'm powering through it. Like I was powering my way through that thing. I hated reading that thing. And I got to a point and I just put the book down. I was like, oh my god, only a retard would actually believe this. And I was just like, fuck, I know people who actually believe this bullshit. And oh boy, it was one of those days where it's just like, I swear to the heavens above, I hope that I never have to read that thing again. I'm actually like gonna give it to my buddy and be like, yeah, no, take this, give it back to me when you're done with it, and then I'm gonna like, so I can just throw it away or donate it to like somewhere that actually makes sense, because like fuck, I read the private property part and I was just like, holy fuck, and then I read a labor part, specifically a labor part that made me laugh out loud, and I was like, oh yes, the labor basically turns all lawyers, priests, and it like lists a bunch of things, and I'm like, no, go fuck yourself. Lawyers are some of the richest men in the world because they are so well employed and they have to be good at their job. I had like a fucking aneurysm when I was fucking.
Here's the thing I've realized with the Communist Manifesto and communism in general. People sit there and think they want communism. They don't. They want socialism, and they just want more social.
And they don't even want socialism either.
Well, they want more social programs.
Yes, social programs good. Social programs as long as it's within reason, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just holy shit, and
it's horrible.
Yeah, it's holy crap. It's weird, and it's so. I actually like, I have to deal with like somebody in my class because they're like, oh well, look at how workers are in China and stuff like that. And I was like, China's not Canada. First off, secondly, if China is the problem, then we need to pressure China to fix their problems. Yeah.
The Chinese people are oppressed. They have facial recognition software. They literally have a game,
which is fucked up, by the way,
where the government has decided to give people social credit scores based on how well they do. So if you watch porn, your social credit score goes down. If you have big boobs, your social credit score goes down. Does that sound like a world that most people want to live in? I don't.
But like we got shown a picture of a sweatshop, and I was.
It is literally the most horrific thing ever.
We got shown a picture of a sweatshop in class about because we were discussing, as I said, Marxian theory and stuff like that in class.
Everyone else
we had
there?
to. It's with a bunch of other people in the class and stuff like that.
Hello?
But
yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
But hello.
Hi.
But the big problem is
what?
Is that I heard somebody in the back of the class and it's like, yep, that's like all modern capitalists. It's out of sight and out of mind in another country. I was just like,
well,
oh, and I'm like, that is a true statement. But you know what's really funny is that you're attacking a lawful country that is abiding by its laws, and the companies that are the problem are the multinational international corporations, like Walmart,
Amazon,
McDonald's, Amazon,
Google.
and like there's I could list off a huge. Well, Google's actually not even all that international. It's just they've got offices in other places. They don't have any like major workforce that is like sweatshop. They have server farms and they have offices. They don't have a factory sweat farm and stuff like that. But at the same time, Google is also part of the problem with that. It's just, oh man, I'm looking forward to this discussion on Tuesday because I think I'm going to be the only person in that class, who's going to be super counter to communism, stuff like that.
The problem,
and it's gonna be interesting to watch. Like I'm gonna be like, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also terrified.
You should be.
Yeah. Oh man.
Mm-hmm. My thing is that communism could be a lot better if it wasn't like human nature in order to fuck ourselves over.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm not looking forward. Like again, you have to discuss it if you're gonna look into history. You have to. It's something that has to be discussed. But I'm like, a lot of people like Ingalls is who is his co-author
Mm.
is the other major situation. Is the other author with the situation.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is though is that Ingalls was a businessman, so he wanted to look after workers and give them better like working conditions and living conditions. And you know what? Fine.
Yeah.
But the thing is that like you can tell when Marx wrote the manifesto, he pretty much penned that by himself with a little bit of Ingalls sprinkled in.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Marx and Ingalls. It was Marx with a touch of Ingalls, and it's actually kind of frustrating. And the big thing is that we really quickly brought up somebody who was like, well, yeah, why didn't communism take hold in England like Marx thought? And it, like immediately I was like, because the social programs kicked in, they've set up factory standards, and like I legit was like ready to list off 5 things, snap fire in response to that, and then he's like, no, we're gonna talk about that Tuesday. We can't, if we get into that now, Tuesday's pointless. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever, I'll wait till Tuesday. But oh man, the Communist Manifesto and communism in general is actually a good like criticism of capitalism and stuff like that. But like, holy fuck, you don't want communism.
Okay, so I'm going to say something very quickly, and I want to change gears.
Yeah.
Josh and I played Windjammers.
What?
Yeah,
Josh and I played Windjammers.
We played when we're playing games over at Nate. We're playing some Windjammers and Tetris, Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
And dear God, Puyo Tetris, you're cursed bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So cursed.
Cursed bitch. You
cursed
fucking
bitch.
son of a bitch.
Because at first you go, I think I got a hang of this, and you look over your shoulder and you realize the guy's clearing the board entirely, and you go, I'm not gonna win.
There was a moment where Josh literally was there was a moment where Josh literally fucking started like losing it, and I was like about worried that Josh was gonna break a controller.
Fucking, it sucks because I'm not sure if there was a slight delay with the projector that we're playing on. Like that could be also a problem, or it's just I'm twitchy at my thumbs all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's freaking, I kept fucking myself over and over. And it's just, it's so infuriating. You're like, okay, I'm going to put this piece right here, then you nudge it for some reason, then hit up, and freaking flashed it down to the bottom with your mistake, and you're like, fuck! God, sucks so hard.
Yep.
It also really sucks real hard that you make that mistake when you're at the very top of the board, and you're like, you know what, I'm not winning, so fuck this.
I think I found my new favorite meme.
Oh.
Also,
God damn it.
You know it's right. You know it's right. Also,
I'm in the same boat as you there, Josh.
Also, I found Razer has a euthanasia program.
Oh.
So Razer is now selling headphones with cat ears on them.
Oh, that's been a thing for a while, though.
Okay, so I come up with a theory. Okay, they're not actually sending out cat ears; they're sending out guns in a box.
No, I've actually seen a set of those.
Allan,
they're actually a really good set too.
So Allan has a pair.
Really? No, I still have my fucking what the fuck are they?
Yeah, Allan would be smart to have Astro A15s or A40s.
No, I don't have Astros. I have HyperX. I think I have the.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I have old. I have an old. These things are like 2 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
They're old, but they've been solid for the past 2 years.
But hear me out, okay? So Razer is sending out literally guns in a box attached to the arm, and you open up the arm and you get shot.
No, Jeff, just because you don't like cat ears, just because you don't like Neko girls and stuff like that, doesn't mean that Astro or Razer or whatever the fucking company's doing doesn't like them either. You got to realize that like you're over exaggerating the fact that you don't like something, and you want people to die because of it. And you know what? I've seen those headphones. I've actually seen them in person. I've put them on and listened through them. They're not a bad headphone set. My only complaint about them is they're a bit too top heavy, because of the fucking ears.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, the way the bridge sits on them is, I think it's because of like the way that the ears sit.
Yeah.
I'm not all that fond of them to the most part, because like I think that the major problem for me with them is that's right, because my big problem with them, and it's actually pretty funny because I just looked up the pictures of them to remind myself. They are separate kits that you can just get for your thing, or you can buy them for the Kraken with the Kraken and stuff like that. And the way that they sit is they're elastic bands, but I hate how I think it's the way my buddy had him sit, because he had him like propped up almost all the way to the top, just so they sat pretty much square center, and that added so much weight that I was just like, I don't want to wear this for more than half an hour at a time. But then again, Razer isn't all that like. Razer's like the low end of fucking.
Razer used to be a good company. Now they're not.
No, they're actually still a pretty good set company. I have a Razer fucking. I think I have a Razer. Yeah, I have a Razer fucking keyboard in front of me. They make good products and stuff like that. It's just Jeff doesn't like the fact that they've put cat ears on.
No, I don't like it when I have to buy something 5 times in order to get a good one. I just find the reliability really poor.
Yeah, that's the difference. That's a difference.
Yeah.
Astro.
Although I find with I have a current headset that is Steel. What's it? Steel Series? Let me double check here.
Oh God.
It is Steel Series. And
please tell me you bought those after Bully Hunters.
No, if you bought them after Bully Hunters, then he would.
No, I got these headphones fucking, I don't forget when, but I got them for my own reasons because my brother had the same pair. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I really like these headphones. I should get them. And then realizing down the line that how kind of shitty, like this one kind of important component of the fucking headphones is the cord, and how shitty the cord is. It's like, well, I'm probably never going to buy Steel Series ever again. Like until like this headphone set like completely falls apart, and I get a fucking Sennheiser, and just put myself out of my misery. Just get a Sennheiser, because they do have gaming headsets and they're pretty decent. And it's like, why didn't I just get this in the first place?
Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. What's with everyone in Sennheiser? Because like I have Astros and they're okay.
Sennheiser is just the brand you go with, because that's like the first one that if you're going professional headphones or professional anything audio quality, it's always Sennheiser.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Yeah, and like if anything, before like Steel Series and before every other company, it was Sennheiser.
Yeah.
It's just like they kind of fell on the wayside because these other companies pushed real hard to be in the spotlight.
I really want to get the Astro A40s. So like the Astro A40s is what I would recommend.
It's just the one thing now I have to be careful with headphones is making sure.
Yep.
Okay,
so
bye.
anyways, Allan's leaving. Okay. So yeah. I also played Destiny this week.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, I was going to finish my thought. Be extra careful with headphones, making sure they don't have any proprietary cords go with them.
Yeah.
If they have a proprietary cord, you're fucked. What if they break? What if the company goes away? What if they both break and the company goes away? You're so fucked.
Yeah.
Or just what if they just stop making the headphones right now? And you're like, oh, can I get this cord again? No, go fuck yourself. Go buy another one. Oh, thanks.
So, like, I think that, like, for work, I would probably want to pick up, like, the Sennheisers.
Oh, yeah, because there's not proprietary nothing with those things.
But, like, I like the Astros because, like, literally I can replace my phone. Like, I can replace everything on it, and it works really well for what I need it to. That's my opinion. So,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to get anything, and you're like, just get it for your own reasons, like, that's fine. Just make sure you know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Because, oh boy.
And they sound pretty good. I do need a new mix amp, though.
Ah.
Yes. Anyways, I did play Destiny. Destiny's good. Shadowkeep is
Good.
really fun.
Good.
I like a little bit of the things, and they gave me a legendary. I will complain though that the transfer process was fucking bullshit.
Did you at least get something good out of it? Like you got a good gun or some shit?
I got all of my stuff over. Everything's moved over.
Good.
Yeah. And that's like pretty much the only thing I wanted was I wanted my stuff over, and I got it over, and so that I have it, it's pretty good. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Mm-hmm. So
real good.
So, anyways, now I'm gonna end the show.
Yep.
Literally, I'm a fucking piece of crap.
I mean, I'm not sure what you mean because you got on late, so maybe.
Yeah, Josh is upset at me.
Slightly.
Because, why are you upset at me?
I don't know, it's just late, and I'm just gonna fucking just play fucking video games, I guess.
Okay. Are you gonna forgive me?
I forgive you right now.
Okay. Would you forgive me if I invite somebody who should not be invited into our server? That literally was called the worst server.
I mean, when we're playing video games over at the Nate?
Yes.
I'm just gonna say yes, because he sounds like a cool dude, and I'm gonna be high-fiving him all day.
Okay. I loved when he sent that message, and he's like, yeah, your server is the second worst server I've ever been in. I'm like, I'll take that as a compliment. Also, when a transgender takes a pregnancy test, they have a check engine light.
Get an oil change.
Oh my god, dude, it's weird because right now, there's it's a really interesting article on the BBC about people transitioning and then they're transitioning back.
Mm.
It's like, fuck, man. Like, huh, yeah. Also, I'm very disappointed that, how do I put it? Nobody has done a mass shooting in the Joker yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm. Anyways, thank you for listening to Black Mind Podcast. Thank you for listening to Black Mind Podcast, episode 2219. You can listen to us every Thursday on blackmindgames.podbean.com. You can also come in every Thursday at blackmindgames.podbean.com. You can also listen to us on your podcasting app of choice. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Allan, for recording the show without me and being here when I came on. Goodbye.
Gladly. And see you later.